Hello, friends! Welcome back to PyroKitty's Tavern. I am April the PyroKitty, the Tavern Keeper here, and I welcome you all. Thank you for joining me for what is actually technically the last day of summer school at the Tavern. I will be taking next week off. I just need a mental health break between my day job and streaming and errands and chores. I just need some days where I don't do anything. So I'm going to be sort of readjusting my schedule a little bit to incorporate in more obligation-free days for myself, at least through the end of the summer. Possibly the rest of the year, depending on how vacations line up and schedules line up and all of that jazz. But welcome in. Today we are going to be highlighting prehistoric animals in our summer school session. And that starts with our puzzle, which I have up on screen here. This is what it is. It is a lovely bit of art by Suntroa Arts. It is pinned to the top of chat. If you want to join in. So this was done for Dinovember last year, this particular drawing, but it is of a Sinorhaptorix along with a lemur. Sinorhaptorix is a very cool dinosaur, and I thought we'd start off today by talking about Sinorhaptorix a little bit. Sorry, Sinosauropteryx. Wow. My closed captionings cannot get that word correct. I'll show it to you here in just a moment. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. If you want to join in on the puzzle, like I said, it is linked to the top of chat. This is some art by our very own Suntroa Arts. I'm going to try and highlight his art in the puzzles as often as I can. Unfortunately, a lot of his art, he does a lot of character art and creature art, but he doesn't always do a background for them because that's not the intent. Like if they're a commission, I can't use them, obviously. And just for his own drawing, he doesn't always draw a background. So they don't work for puzzles all the time. But yeah, I'm going to start trying to highlight his art as often as I can. So this one is from last November of a pretty little lemur and a Sinosauropteryx. But let's learn a little bit about Sinosauropteryx because this is a very cool fossil find, a very cool dinosaur for science in particular. So I'm going to swap over to this Wikipedia page. Okay, good. It shows up. I had to like zoom way in to try and get it to show up well on stream. So Sinosauropteryx is a genus of theropod dinosaurs. It is the first dinosaur taxon outside of birds and their immediate relatives to have been found with evidence of feathers. Since that point, many other dinosaurs have been found with evidence of feathers, but this was the first. And not only feathers, but we can actually see the color pattern preserved in these feathers. So I'm just going to read a little bit here, and then we'll scroll down and look at some pictures. It was covered with a coat of very simple filament-like feathers. Structures that indicate the color pattern have also been preserved in some of its feathers, which show that Sinosauropteryx had a counter-shading pattern in its body with a banded tail. The reddish-brown coloration previously inferred for Sinosauropteryx is based on the melanosomes preserved in the specimen of the genus Huadanosaurus, or in a separate genus, Huadanosaurus. Some contention has arisen with an alternative interpretation of the filamentous impression as remains of collagen fibers, but this has not been widely accepted. Sinosauropteryx was a small theropod with an unusually long tail and short arms. The longest known specimen reaches up to 1.07 meters or 3.51 feet in length, with an estimated weight of 0.55 kilograms or 1.21 pounds. This is so light. It was considered a close relative of the similar but older genus Compsognathus, with both genera belonging to the family Compsognathidae. Though subsequent analysis did not recover this family to be monophyletic and placed Sinosauropteryx within its own family. 2 species of Sinosauropteryx have been named. The first, S. prima, is known from 3 specimens, named first in reference to its status as the first feathered non-Avalian dinosaur species discovered. The third specimen, previously assigned to Spinosauropteryx, was most likely represents a tyrannosaurid unrelated to the genus. So there's a specimen out there that is grouped in with Sinosauropteryx, but is likely not Sinosauropteryx. The second species, linguanensis, is known from a single specimen named after its type locality, so where it was found. So that means there is officially 3 specimens known, because this first one, Prima, has 3 specimens, but the third specimen is not. That was worded very confusing. It lived in what is now northeastern China during the early Cretaceous period. It was among the first dinosaurs discovered from the Yingxian Formation in Liaoning province and was a member of the Jihul biota. Well-preserved fossils of this genus illustrate many aspects of its biology, such as its diet and reproduction. So these specimens are very well preserved. Which we will see when we get to some pictures here in a minute. I'm going to skip most of this. This is just sort of the details on it. Here's a good description, a good visual aid of its size. These are the S. prima, an adult and a subadult, compared with a average human. So pretty small, like dog-sized, cat-sized. A pigmented area in the abdomen of the holotype, which is the one that represents the genus, has been suggested as possible traces of organs and was interpreted as the liver by John Rubin and colleagues, which they described as part of a crocodilian-like heptic piston respiratory system. A later study, while agreeing that the pigmented area represented something originally inside the body, found no defined structure and noted that any organs would have been distorted by the processes that flattened the skeleton into an essentially 2-dimensional form. Dark pigment is also present in the eye region of the holotype and another specimen. But yeah, so let's look at some pictures, because that's what gets really interesting here. So this is the holotype and a additional specimen, referred specimen, and the diagrams that sort of show an up close. So here you could see the actual fossil. Let me see if I can... Whoa, too big. Too big. Oh, geez. Okay, there we go. Well, I want those to go away. Well, here is the holotype. And you could very clearly see these feathers. And the colors, which is just crazy. And that's the organs that they inferred, as well as by the eye. So here you could see the drawing, which shows, you know, a little bit better shows you the interpretation. And here is another specimen. Again, very clearly see these feathers. They're very obvious. And again, it has some dark spots in the abdomen and around the eye. Here is another specimen. This one I think is the holotype. Yeah, this is that holotype again, just a different angle. Okay, so this is the holotype of the other species, the Linguanensis. So this is a little bit more broken up, but you could still clearly see the feather areas. And this is a artist, some paleo art interpretation of what it looked like. You could see Sun Troa's interpretation of what it looks like in the puzzle. These are the bones we have found of the main species, the two different specimens. So this is, I think, the other side. So these are found sort of in like a shale. So they split the rock open. So on one side was the main fossil, and this is the counter slab. Can't quite see the colors as stand outish on here, but definitely see the impression of the feathers. This is a undescribed fossil, so they aren't sure if this is part of it or not. You see here, it's somewhat related to Compsognathus, which is another small little dinosaur, little theropod. It's another artistic representation. Okay, so yeah, that was a little bit about our puzzle dinosaur of the day. Let me get over to the game now. So today we are going to be playing Prehistoric Kingdom. Hopefully the sound comes through. So yeah, we're going to be playing Prehistoric Kingdom. We're going to be playing in sandbox mode. I started up I was just sort of playing around and learning how learning the controls, and the story mode. It's not really a story, number one, but it doesn't like give you any sort of tutorial or anything. It just kind of drops you in there and tells you to make money. I found it really difficult to enjoy because like even if you don't have a park set up, it still like costs you 100 a day. Who is calling me? That is a fake call. Decline. So I did start up a game briefly. And just enough. It's gonna be a sandbox mode we're playing in, and I got the basic buildings set up in the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it and hope my OBS does not hate it. I tried to start on Sunday, and OBS just absolutely hated the game. But I've started it up since then, and it seems fine. I just don't think it liked swapping between the two games. Okay. Seems to be running fine. Yeah. Seems to be running fine. Oh, if you are working on the puzzle, please remember that I have that new redeem for Puzzle Almost Complete. If you don't mind clicking that when there's a couple pieces left, just so I could swap over and we can actually watch the puzzle get completed on stream. Because I do not have the puzzle up on any of my screens, just to sort of help with my RAM space, so I don't actually see its progress. So yeah, so here is what we have so far. This is the park entrance. So in that door, can you see my cursor? Yeah. In that door is where the guests spawn, and they teleport in, and they come out here. So all of this is where we could set up our park. Oh. These are sort of the I have nurseries and the delivery bay and compost center and the offices and stuff like that over here. And that is all I've done, is I set these buildings up and painted them. So I do not know a whole lot about how to play exactly. So we're going to figure this out on our own. Why can I not spin the camera? Am I missing something? Oh, that's to go down on the ground. I see. I am going to pause time. I probably should have done that before stream. What is free look? Access the weather. This is another one that I cannot operate with my controller, so I have to use keyboard and mouse. So I apologize if I run into the microphone. All right, I know. There is a way to let me look at the keybinds real quick, because I know there's a way to spin the camera. Controls. That's what we're looking for. Camera. Okay. Okay, I figured it out. It was not the button I was doing. All right. So, I have not played a sort of zoo sim in a very, very long time, so this is going to be an interesting session. My goal for today really is to just sort of get the basics set up, I guess. Maybe pick some critters to put in our zoo, but we're gonna come back to Prehistoric Kingdom in November. I'm gonna be doing Dino-vember as my theme for November. So I'll be playing this and possibly a stream or two of Paleo Pines, just because I really enjoy that game and I haven't played it since the last time I played it on stream. So, but for now, I think today my goal is to try and figure out what I'm doing in this game. So we're going to make some paths. Oh. I'm going to use this stone path. We're going to start it here. Can it go straight? Oh, angle snap. There we go. We're just going to make one long starting path. Go a couple more. And then stop. Gonna make it wider here. Oh. Drat. Can you tell I have no idea what I'm doing? And I have auto clear on, so it'll clear the trees automatically. All right. I really wish it would let me do a squared off edge. There we go. All right. This is sort of like our main thoroughfare. Oh. Make it narrower. There we go. Welcome in, McGaff. How are you? I am doing well. I am trying to figure out how to play this game. It's probably quite hilarious. Okay. Why is that going at an angle? I swear. I just want it to be pretty. Let me make it pretty. Erase some of these. I do have a puzzle going, McGaff. I know you enjoy hopping into those puzzles. Okay. So we're just gonna call that the end of the path. The main path, at least. So yeah, there's a puzzle I've got going. It is some art by Suntroa Arts. It's of a Sinosauropteryx. In honor of our Prehistoric Kingdom game. Alright, so let's find some buildings to put along here. So we need a gift shop. We have a food kiosk, a restroom, souvenir kiosk. Is that the same food kiosk? I gotcha, I gotcha. It's all good. Gift shop, restaurant. Okay, so let's put the main gift shop up here. No, I don't want to put it there. I'm trying to spin the camera. So here by the park entrance makes best sense to me to put a gift shop. Where is the entrance side? Okay, that's the entrance. That's what I suspected. Put it right up against here. Yes, I know, no cashier. I haven't hired anybody yet. Alright, so there is the gift shop. Actually, I'm gonna move it. There we go. And next up is gonna be the big restaurant. Big restaurant, I think, opposite the gift shop. Oh, that needs spun around. Yes, yes, I know. No employees yet. Ah, that's the entrance. Alright, so there is our big gift shop and our big restaurant. And we're going to put a large toilet up here as well. I'm actually going to put 2. I think it's telling me that this won't work here. So you know what? I'm going to delete that one. And we are just going to do the one. Move it up just a little bit. There we go. I will have to step away briefly here in just a moment. I've just got to, I'm watching my parents' dog, and they got back a little bit later than they expected. So I've just got to pop outside and bring her to them. It'll be very, very quick. All right. I really want to put another restroom there, so I'm gonna put another toilet here. I just got a text that they are almost home. There we go. You are in the bushes there a little bit. Let's take you out of the bushes a little bit. I am all about symmetry. All right. I think that looks pretty good. We got our gift shop, our restaurant, and the entrance restrooms. So I'm going to put the puzzle up on the screen, and I'm going to step outside. I'll be gone probably no more than just like a minute or two. I will be right back, guys. All right, I am back. Thank you for your patience. All right. Swap back over here. All right, let's continue putting together our prehistoric zoo here. I still have to hire folks, but that I will do last. So I'm getting the little entrance plaza set up. I'm gonna put two little plazas here. Trying to keep it kind of aligned. This little places folks can sit. Just a smidgen. There we go. Little seating area there. Oh, good bot. Siri bot fighting those spammers. Okay. So, let's... I'm gonna put up a couple... little planters here. Just to kind of... No, I don't want to put that one there. Doesn't help that I can't figure out. Whoa, that is not what I wanted to do. No. I'm stuck in this menu. Okay. Is being very strange. Just kind of trying to make some separation here from... No. Alright. Why are you... Delete. Let's just try that again. Spin. I don't know why I can spin this in all directions, but... And that one I can't... Alright, it's gotta go there. So, we'll put in another one. There we go. I just want to kind of block off the backstage areas. Kind of this one. We'll just do that. I gotta move it back some. All right. It was less complicated. This is what you call Pyro being a perfectionist. It's a problem. I know. There we go. That'll do. That will do. Oh, that was me running into the microphone. Sorry, folks. All right. And now what we're going to do is I am going to adjust the sunshade color. Oh boy, what color did I use up here? So it'll match. And change it to the red wall ornament. Wall facade tile 2. Go. We do have ads starting in about 5 minutes. So if you will bear with us through those. I will stop playing during the ads. These do have some tile. Oh, I guess those are going to be blue. My options are blue or black and white, and the black and white look weird. So there is our sort of entrance plaza going on with our gift shop and our entrance restrooms, restaurant. I feel like we need to make sort of like a center, I'll say hub. And then we'll branch out from that. What do you look like? No. I want a big planter. These are all little planters. Planter. They're all so small. Okay. Sorry, I'm just seeing what the sizes are on these. Well, we're gonna go up to here. We're going to make our main offshoot path here. All right, that ad is incoming. Means that I don't play during the ads, but if you could just bear with it and we will get back to it as soon as it is over. All right. Now make one going off this way. I think those are about even. Maybe. All right. The ad has started, so let's take a bit of a stretch break. Those are uneven. Everybody unshrimp yourselves. Ugh. Let's check in on the puzzle progress. Oh, Miguel, you got the whole border done there. Good job. If anybody wants to pop in on the puzzle, it is pinned to the top of chat. And we're gonna unshrimp ourselves. We're gonna do a little bit of a carpal tunnel stretch. Trying to figure out how I'm going to correct. Yeah, I'm gonna tear this down. We'll start over. One minute remaining in the ads, and then we will get back on it. Take a hydrate break. "30 seconds remaining, folks." I feel like I have to sneeze, but it won't sneeze. Almost back from ads. And we are back. Thank you all for your patience during those ads. I did do one thing during the ads. I went ahead and deleted this part of the path. It wasn't lining up with the other one, so I'm going to redo it. So... what are you snapping to? It's like connecting to something, but I don't know what it's connecting to. Game is being a little weird. Right. No. Alright, I think that should be even. Yes. Alright. Let's clean up the end here. On both sides. That'll be good enough. I think that side's a little longer. Oh well, it'll be good. It's fine. Oh. The bot has landed for 97.53. If there is any followers in chat that are 18 plus, I can run a giveaway for a channel sticker. Don't know if I have any lurkers out there. The bot has just been on top of landing lately. Okay. I'm gonna put some aviaries. Those are very small. Aviary. Yeah, that's what I want. Nice big aviary. Put an aviary out here. All right. I'm sorry, McGaff. We're gonna put this aviary here. Actually, I'm gonna put it here. We have Microraptor, Areopteryx. I'm actually gonna put 2 aviaries, I think. Oh, that was me running into the microphone. Yeah, we'll go with the clay. And stone brick. Do not feed sign. Do not tap, do not climb. Go with watch your fingers. We're going to do... Well, let me put a path to it. A little bit narrower. Really wish it would let me do like a There we go. And we'll do a path on the other side as well. Dang it. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. You know what, I think I'm gonna fill this in as well. There we go. Here's our little aviary. And we'll do like a rock formation here at the end, just so for some visual interest. Tempted to do another aviary on the other side. You know what, I'll do a gift kiosk over here. No. And of course, we need a restroom down here. I'll do large. That's not where I meant to put it, but we'll make it work. Can I move this? Like this. I can't. Sweet. I feel like I need another feature over here. Let's see, what do we have? Where are our options? Oh, that's what I want up there. That works much better. Let's put this... this bad boy up here. Yes, I know. I still gotta... I'm adjusting. I'm adjusting. I feel like people could still get in there. What I'm looking at is around the restroom there. The makes the arrows turn yellow, but they could definitely still access it. Nope, too big. Trying to do this and make it be kind of pretty at the same time. Right here in this little corner, I'm gonna put a little planter, I think. I wish there was a bigger planter. This will have to do. Nope. I just wanted to move my camera. This thing hates it when I move the camera. Alright, so like I said, today, obviously, I'm not really getting too many, actually putting the dinosaurs or anything in. I'm just getting the plans laid. So weird. Why is that not showing up in special exhibits? I swear. This game. It does have some problems. Alright, so let's start our first exhibit. Well, actually, first I want to put up some viewing platforms. Because that will sort of dictate the exhibit. Multiple park issues. I know. Nope. Where's the other one? I lost it. It's way too easy to uncheck. Okay. Calm down, game. I don't have anything going yet. Still working on it. How are these inaccessible? All right. So let's start putting up some fences. Yeah, we're gonna start one right here. I want... not a curved placement. Okay. That is too close. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that in just a minute. I was just making sure I had it lined up. They do not make this very easy. Alright, and then this fence. There we go. I do need to put in a gate for staff. And I'm probably going to split this. Probably going to split this one in half. Alright, there we've got our first big enclosure. Now, let's do our other one. I know it's inaccessible to guests. I'm working on it. Oh, nope. Too far back. We'll go there. And then alright, now delete that and that. Is that too close? No. Little tiny wall. There we go. Oh. Delete that. Now I need to put in some more access gates on this side. Game is definitely a little buggy. Where'd the fence go? That fence just disappeared, didn't it? It just like went poof. This game has no glitches or bugs. I keep putting one back here. All right. feel like I need to put in another viewing platform down here. Spin you around this way. Maybe. Please spin. Thank you. And fence. Fence, fence. Just trying to line this up. Close enough. Move you this way just a smidgen. I don't know why it's saying those are inaccessible to Parkcast, because there's no reason that I can see that they would be inaccessible to Parkcast. But we will add path in there if that will help. Let's try that again. That was awful.
Water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water.
I will take a drink of water. Everyone else should hydrate too. Everybody needs water. Alright, well that seemed to fix it. I don't know why it's only doing it on that side and nowhere else. It's a little weird. I will add in a little bit of pathing anyway, just in case. See how terrible my wall work is. Jeez. Wish I could just adjust it, but I can't. Have you played Slime Rancher before? I have not. That is not one I am familiar with. All right. There we go. Like I said, I might split these into 2 separate paddocks. Now, how do I hire people? No cashier, can't serve guests. Okay. Hire cashier. That seems like an easy solution to me. Park management. How do I... call staff? 2 staff en route. Okay. Call staff. Call staff, call staff. Ooh. All right, we need to figure out what animals we want. Okay, here's our staff. Hire staff. All right, so we need to figure out what animals we want. We have our little aviary here. We are going to start with... Looks like we have several options for microraptors, so we're going to put some microraptors in there. We are going to put... well, how do I add them? Oh, here. So... how do I add you in there? Oh, they're already in there.
This handsome little fella is one of my personal favourites, the Microraptor. I've always wanted to hand feed one, but I don't want to chance one of these feisty creatures mistaking my finger for a tasty lizard. Actually, I just need my old falconry gloves.
Okay. Oh.
This is an Archaeopteryx. Its fossil was one of the most important scientific discoveries ever made. Not only was it the first feathered dinosaur found, but we now know its colours were mostly black and white, much like a magpie.
So those are our two dinosaurs in the aviary here. There we go. Get our signage going in there. I don't know why the lighting isn't on. If it's occupied, it should have lights on. Correct? Can I just add lighting? Oh, I can. Ground lamps. Will not connect anything around here. Okay. Oh, there's a statue. It's just a sign. Nope, I didn't want to place another statue. Okay, so I need merchandise, but how do I get merchandise? I like how it, like, doesn't... No stock. Okay. How do I fix it? So let's put some dinosaurs out. Maybe that's what we need. So I want to do some ankylosaurids. No, they don't like this biome though. Arid biome. We could do some. Let's see, what do we want to put in here? Psittacosaurus. They're cuties. Do need to put in some water for these folks though. Water. Calm water. Shallow. That's too deep. Need it to be very shallow. Oh, excuse me. Look at it, it's so cute. It's so cute. Can I change what they look like? Oh, here we are. They just have one option right now. And I think I need 3 males. Oh, I need to put food in there. Oops. Okay, food. What do they need? How do I put food in there? I would love to know. Feeders must be filled by keepers who retrieve food from loading bay or produce station. Okay, so do I need to hire keepers? There we go. I think that now has everybody hired. Okay, now I need to figure out how to feed them. This is very not clear. Water dish. Oh, ad break snuck right up on me. We are just going to take a brief break. I'm gonna pop over and check out the puzzle. No progress yet on the puzzle. I'm just gonna add in a couple more watering dishes here. I think we'll get this enclosure figured out, and then I might just go ahead and finish up the puzzle over there. And then, alright, so I got a bunch of water dishes in there. How do I do feeder? Flat feeder plants. Put in a bunch of feeder spots. Especially since I might separate this into two enclosures eventually. Okay. Alright, everybody stretch. And hydrate. Ad break is almost over. Welcome back from the ads. Sorry about that. It snuck up on me. All I did place a couple feeder and water trays, but that was it. I do need to add some trees. We're gonna add some these, some plant vegetation. A few of these. Palm trees around here. Still trying to figure out how to actually get them food. I put feeder trays in. Right there. It says no feed. It says I have feed. That's block deliveries. Don't want to do that. I want deliveries to take place. I hired folks. Have staff. But they're not doing anything. How do I make them do something? Oop. My game might have just crashed. It did. Well, you know what? That's a good sign that it's time to stop for now. We're gonna finish up this puzzle over here. Again, let me show you what it looks like. That is what it looks like. It is a Sinosauropteryx. I keep wanting to take the saurus part out of there. And it was drawn by our own Suntroa Arts. And we're going to work on a puzzle for a little bit. This game is getting frustrating trying to figure it out. So it doesn't have like really any sort of help that it offers. So it's a little frustrating. But yeah, we're going to work on this puzzle for a little bit before we wrap up stream. I want to try and finish it. If anybody does want to join in, it is linked at the top of chat. Everyone is welcome. There's no requirements or anything for popping on in. We're working on the lemur right now. So this has a lemur and the Sinosauropteryx. I'm running into the microphone here. That is also part of the lemur. Not there. So as I had said at the beginning of chat, or the beginning of chat, look at me, I'm just losing it. At the beginning of stream, I will not be streaming on this next week. I won't be streaming either on Sunday or Thursday, unless something dramatically changes from my plan. I will be taking a break next week, trying to focus a little bit on some mental health. So I just need a break. Just a completely free day. So I will not be streaming, but I will be back on, let's see, what day would that be? Would be August 3rd. I'll be back on Sunday, August 3rd with some brick builds. And next month is actually National Dog Month. So we will be celebrating that here. I will be doing some dog-themed brick builds and dog-themed games. So if you like dogs, come on in. Unfortunately, you cannot see my doggo. He is too warm right now. He needs groomed. He has an appointment already set up, but it's not for a couple weeks, actually. So he's too warm to be in this bed right here that is in camera is a heated bed, which he usually loves because he's an old man. But right now he is too warm. He says it is too warm. Woohoo. It's a nice chunk connected there. But yeah, so I will be back on August 3rd with a doggo themed brick build. Which should hopefully be fun for y'all to watch. And then following that up, I have a couple doggo themed games. I'm trying to think of which ones I have off the top of my head. I have one, I can never remember the name of it. It's basically a messy dog. It's a dog that is just making a mess all over the house. And it's really cute. I've seen it play. I have not personally played it before, but I have seen it played. And it is really cute. And I think it would be fun to play on stream. So that will probably be about mid-August. And then I will also have Little Friends Puppy Island, I think it's called, where we will be taking care of dogs on a little island. This looks like part of the leg, maybe. Woohoo! I like when we make progress. Down here, maybe? Must be one more piece before it hits the bottom. Looks like me gaff is working on our Sinosauropteryx up there while I work on this lemur. That looks like part of an ear. It is part of an ear. Alright, I'm missing a little top of the head. Where is your head? That's a question you don't ask every day. Where is your head? I think this is part of the tail, maybe? Keep looking over at my reference, trying to figure out what I've got. Oh, that fit perfect. Not there, though. Okay. And if you are new to my channel, I do have a drop game that is active on my stream. If you land for 95% or higher, I will mail you a sticker so long as you are over the age of 18 and a follower. I do ask that you be a follower. I like to do it as a little follower reward. You know, I expected that this puzzle would be a lot easier than this. I was like, it'll be an easy puzzle. It's not an easy puzzle. I was wrong. It's part of the tail. This is part of the body. This is part of the body. This part of the leg, maybe? That's part of the tail. Aha. Well, I got the ear connected. Little sketchy. That's part of the tail up here. All right. I have a bunch of the body bits. Move the tail over there. How do they fit together? Aha! Look at that. Smooth. Smooth. Let's not go there. Does go there, though. Aha. Sweet. Alright, so I need this piece here, which should have some black lines in it. That's the other ear here. Sweet. It's coming together. This piece here. Feels like it should be easy to find. The rest of these are all tail pieces. I don't need the tail piece. I need body piece. What about you? Another tail piece. Ooh. We're slowly getting it. Little by little. No, you're fine. You're fine, McGaff. I was just like, whoa, where'd it go? No, it is very easy to grab the game border. All right. There have got to be more pieces with the gray. Keep finding more pieces of the tail. Not helpful. There should be some more gray. Aha! I had it all. Just didn't have it in the right spot. Get there eventually. Sweet. We have connected to the ground. So now just need to fill in that spot down there in the grass. Do do. Oh, that fit better than I expected it to. All right. So now we have our little lemur body here. We still live? Okay. I had a weird little pop-up. I was like, oh god, please don't die, stream. You do that too much. Too much. I also walk into the microphone too much. Well, not so much walk into the microphone. Hit it with my head. All right. Got some promising pieces here. There we go. Another bit of the tail. Oh, that looked like it should go there. Well. Aha! It's part of the ear. Well, that was just luck. I love it when you just like try something and you're like, oh, well, that worked out rather perfectly. Doot doo. Sweet. I think that goes more down this way. Nice. Just trying to follow the direction of the line. When I can. Nice. It gives me a both sides of the tail there at least. I need. Let's see. Need to find his little booty. We're missing the scoop down here. Little lemur booty. This looks like it should go down there somewhere. But it's certainly not that piece. Aha. I knew it looked like it went down there somewhere. Ooh. There we go. We completed the booty. That's part of that one. That's a leafy bit. I need a darker blue. Something. Sweet. There's the noses. There's the noses. Boop. It's right there, booping noses. Look at those little boops. Look at those little nose boops. I am just only a little crazy. It's fine. I'm fine, thank you. I only run into the microphone a bunch. Trying to figure out all this vegetation down here. Oops. They are really cute. Suntroa enjoyed doing this drawing. Ooh. Okay. I still should have some white for the chest here. Ah, that one. There we go. Where is this part of the tail? I don't think it's down here. Let's see. That's not it. Not it. That's that though. This one is going to have some tail in it. I'm gonna move you out of the way. Tail pieces. Trying to clear out some space so I can see what I've got. Aha. So I could do stuff like that. All right. think these are also part of the tail. Maybe. They're dark color. For whatever that's worth. Oh, there's Azar. There is our little doggo. Right there. He did decide to come to his warm bed to take a nap. He probably won't stay there long. Because he keeps getting very warm there. Ooh, progress. Progress. He's a good boy. Let's see. This shape. So I will often go by shape as well as by color. I find it helps a lot. So 2 in, 1 out on the bottom. There we go. 2 in on the bottom, 1 out on the right. No, that's not even the shape I just said. I am determined. We will finish this puzzle. Trying to figure out this bit. I think it's up here about. Right around here-ish, I think. There we go. Yay, all my big pieces are connected finally. Not there. But there, though. Do. Do. It's a coming. That is probably going to be end piece, edge piece. Do. This is where the tails overlap. It's got to be somewhere very near there. Aha. Right there it is. Progress. All right. That one I definitely can find by shape. This one has me stumped. On the bottom there, by the base of the lemur's tail. Oh, that's it. I found it. When in doubt, look at your reference, silly. Don't just guess. You have a reference. Do, 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 do. Ooh, where are you? You there? No? Oh, that's the piece I was looking for. I'm just trying to stick it everywhere except for where I want it to go. Not a pro. As our friend Casey says over on her stream, not a pro. Definitely not a pro streamer. I think this one's going to go right there. And it was true. Looking for the piece beside the lemur's head. Oh, you look like you'll go there. Nope. 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 That looked promising. Okay. Let's just finish the lemur first. Finish the lemur first. Nope. All right, so I got the bottom finished there. This might go up here. Yep, sure did. Sure did. That looks like it might have a part of the dinosaur on it. Ow. I just hit my elbow. Too bright. I need one with the tree leaves. Ah, you look promising. Yay. Yay. Not quite. Right shape, wrong piece. Do. All right, got that corner done. Now to fill in some of these tail pieces. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. That's that piece. All right. Need one more piece of the tail. One more piece. Where are you? This piece is being elusive. Oh, there goes Azar. I knew he would get too warm pretty quick. Just knocked things over on my desk. Azar wandered off. Sorry, McGaff. I was just trying to see if we were missing a piece under there. This piece could have a leaf on it, I suppose. In fact, it does have a leaf on it. Let's see. I am determined to finish this puzzle, but it is stumping me at every turn. And I unfortunately cannot keep streaming all night. So we're going to keep on giving it our best. And I will go as long as I can trying to get this puzzle knocked out. If for no other reason other than to showcase Suntroa's wonderful artwork. Put these in a little bit of color coding. Aha. Not that one. Same shape though. Not that one. You? Nope, too dark. Those all have bits of dinosaur. This does not have bit of dinosaur. Oh, dinosaur. We do have ads starting in 5 minutes. My favorite dinosaur. That is a very difficult question for me to answer because I like a lot of dinosaurs for different reasons. But my favorite possibly be maybe Stegosaurus or maybe a Ceratopsian. I couldn't narrow those down. I like too many of them. All right. Why are you eluding me? Oh, found it. Okay, the lemur is done. Well, no, I'm missing one piece. Oh, well, I just found that one piece, so now the lemur is done. So now we have just the background area and the Sinosauropteryx. Do, do, do. No. No. I'm going to work on these grassy bits. Just try and narrow down the number of puzzle pieces we have here. But these look like they will have... Yep. This one will also have a bit of dinosaur in it. Not that bit of dinosaur, though. That bit of dinosaur. Good job. All right, our ad will be starting here any minute. I am going to step away briefly during the ad and just make a quick restroom run. Feel free, please, to continue working on the puzzle. So I will mute my microphone during the ad, but I will be back shortly. I'm just going to leave the puzzle up on screen. In fact, let me zoom in a little bit so you on the other side can see what's going on it. Not that one. you. All right, that ad is going to go ahead and run. And I will be back. Like I said, just give me like a minute. Whoa. You said you were about to play. Okay. There is our ad, maybe. Okay. I will be back in just 1 minute. All right, I am back for those that can hear my voice. I usually will stop doing anything during the ads, but I'm just going to keep working on this puzzle. Like I said, I do have to hop off soonish. The ad ends in about a minute. I'm just holding on to the last piece of the puzzle. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. The puzzle is almost done. There's just this one last piece. And we will put that in place now. And I'm going to do our little celebration here. Finish! And that is the puzzle for the day. Like I said, this art is by Suntroa Arts. Let me... There's a shout out for Suntroa. He is my husband and the artist for the channel. Why did that not do my fancy shout out? I love it when my bots don't work. There's the fancy shout out. So we're going to close that. And I hate to raid out just after an ad break, but unfortunately that's how the timing is going to work out today. So if you will just bear with me for a few more minutes, I'm going to find someone to raid. If I can get Twitch to function. Let's see, who is on? Well, there are a number of artists on. So we will go see an artist today. So let me just see who we're going to go see. There's my raid messages. Make sure you copy one down. I have one. The top one is if you are a subscriber, the bottom one if you are not. Let me go take a peek at what our options are. Let's go say hello to an artist friend of mine called Cinna Monroe. They're working on a art challenge right now called Art Fight, where people sort of quote-unquote attack each other with different, basically drawing their characters. Yeah, we are going to go say hello to Cinna Monroe. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, great rest of your day, and I will not see you until August 3rd with National Dog Month. Bye, friends!